What is up, everyone? Today, I'm enthusiastically breaking down the 3 essential AI tools you absolutely need to automate your YouTube content creation process and scale effectively without hitting that burnout wall. Having been a full-time YouTuber for nearly a full decade now, I've tested countless pieces of software to find these absolute essentials that I continually rely on for my workflow. These select tools empower you to efficiently find compelling ideas, produce high-quality video assets, and publish consistently without ever chaining yourself indefinitely to an expensive video editor. I want to be completely honest up front, because this is not vaporware or just some random recommendations. Real channels I manage have generated substantial revenue using systems structured exactly like this. We are genuinely talking about significant hands-off growth mechanics that have truly been moving the needle forward for our channel's overall performance metrics. First on our list, we dive deep into the crucial process of initial niche discovery, which is often the first major hurdle for new automation channels. One tool I perpetually recommend for solid channel research is a specialized niche finder Chrome extension that surfaces very upcoming, low competition niches possessing massive untapped potential. If your primary goal is successfully building successful automation channels, the absolute hardest part right at the beginning is making the right choice about which niche to pursue. If you unfortunately choose a niche that is simply too broad, you end up competing directly against established channels that already possess professional workflows and large dedicated teams. Conversely, if you select a niche that is far too tiny and specific, there is simply not enough available audience size remaining for your channel to achieve any meaningful scale whatsoever. Tools capable of efficiently scraping aggregated YouTube data to display clear trends, the total addressable market, and competitor analytics are absolutely priceless assets during this phase. With these insights, you gain the ability to compare different channels side by side, observe their unique growth trajectories, and accurately decide if a niche warrants your full commitment. Now, I do need to mention a small but important caveat regarding these excellent niche discovery tools for validating your initial ideas. While they are fantastic for initial idea validation, they certainly will not magically produce finished videos or content drafts for you to publish on your channel. Furthermore, be aware that some of the more premium, feature-rich platforms often aggressively lock a significant amount of valuable data behind those much more expensive higher subscription tiers. For the majority of beginners just starting out, a solid Chrome extension version will provide you with more than enough initial value at a very affordable monthly cost. It is often the fastest, most direct pathway to uncovering a viable niche where you can realistically compete and gain traction as a lean, small operation. Use the insights from this tool to carefully build yourself a manageable list of about 5 to 10 highly promising content niches before you start testing videos to see what truly sticks with the audience. Moving on to our second essential category, we focus specifically on the incredible advancements within modern AI video generation technology for content production. These powerful platforms are designed to take your written script and instantly spit out finished video files complete with synthetic AI voices, automatic captions, and built-in editing templates. If your primary goal involves churning out a high volume of fully synthetic, narrative-driven videos, like listicles or AI stories, these platforms offer an undeniable, massive time-saving advantage. The typical process involves simply pasting your polished script, selecting your desired aspect ratio, choosing art styles, picking voice models, and then hitting that big generate button. Some of the very advanced services even allow you to select the underlying image and video generation engine, meaning quality can scale significantly if you invest more credits into the system. However, we must acknowledge that using these comprehensive, all-in-one generators does come with certain necessary trade-offs that every creator should be aware of. While they are excellent for building fully synthetic channels, they can be quite credit hungry, and sometimes the automated pacing or scene selection can appear noticeably artificial to viewers. They are primarily focused on generating brand new, complete videos from scripts, which is incredibly useful, but most successful creators aren't just publishing entirely synthetic content all the time. What most creators actually need is a robust workflow to repurpose existing long interviews, live streams, or podcast episodes into compelling bite-sized viral clips. And that crucial next step in the workflow is where the third, most underrated component of our entire tech stack becomes absolutely essential for growth. This leads us directly to the third and arguably most underrated piece of the entire content automation stack, automated clip editing combined with smart scheduling features. This is the area where a specialized, audience-focused repurposing engine, not just a general editor, truly begins to shine for maximum reach. If you have hours of long-form content, like interviews, podcasts, or lengthy stream recordings, this tool automatically scans the entire recording to find the highest impact moments within it. It then automatically edits those identified segments into perfectly sized short-form clips and prepares them immediately for publication across all of your various platforms. It is significantly more than just a simple content clipper. Think of this as an intelligent, audience-focused engine dedicated entirely to intelligent repurposing strategies. Here is precisely why this automated engine matters so much more than you might initially stop to consider when building your workflow for growth. The first major feature is the magic of the auto-editing viral clips function, which drastically speeds up your process immediately. Instead of you manually scrubbing through hours of raw footage to find those 3 best 30 to 60 second moments, this analyzes the full recording very effectively. It intelligently finds the exact parts that have the statistically best chance of performing well based on pacing, emotional context, and overall viewer retention rates. The system then automatically trims those identified segments, applies necessary captions, and creates completely finished, ready-to-post clips without any further input required from you. The time savings alone from this single feature can easily amount to hundreds of hours every single month for dedicated creators who use it diligently. Second, we have the incredibly useful auto-schedule function, which means you never have to manually queue up every single micro snippet for posting again. You simply define your desired posting frequency, perhaps 2 clips daily for TikTok and 1 for Instagram, and the AI handles the precise scheduling automatically for you. This powerful automation actively removes tedious human error from the process and ensures your channel remains consistently fed, which is the single most influential factor for long-term algorithmic growth. Thirdly, the integrated content calendar provides one centralized location where you can manage, modify, and publish clips across all of your various social media channels simultaneously. Consider this your personal editorial headquarters where you can carefully plan content, preview exact posts, tweak captions, and then publish everything without juggling a dozen different applications. When compared directly against those full video generation tools, this solves a fundamentally different and arguably far more valuable problem for established creators. It effectively transforms one singular piece of long-form content into dozens of completely optimized, organic discovery opportunities across the entire internet. If you only rely on a script-to-video generator, you will inherently still require a separate manual workflow just to extract those genuine, emotionally resonant moments from real human conversations. This specialized tool automates that difficult discovery and perfect packaging part of the process, which is precisely what fuels consistent, sustainable growth on modern short-form platforms. Let's be explicitly clear for a moment. You absolutely can, and in my case, I actively do, use all 3 of these different tool types together in one cohesive system. A practical, high-leverage workflow that I personally use involves systematically layering these 3 technologies one on top of the other for maximum results. First, use a robust niche research tool to identify currently trending topics and validate potential channel ideas based on real market demand data. Once you identify a niche that looks particularly juicy and promising, you should script a few long-form videos or meticulously plan interviews centered around those specific validated topics. Next, you must record your valuable long-form content, such as a detailed podcast episode, an in-depth interview, or a comprehensive deep dive tutorial video. If you genuinely do not want to record any organic material, you can certainly generate full videos using a quality AI tool, but remember those can sometimes feel slightly synthetic and less engaging. Following that, you feed those resulting long videos directly into the automated repurposing tool to begin the intelligent clipping process without any manual intervention. You then instruct the system to auto-detect the most engaging viral moments, generate optimized short clips with captions, and queue them all up automatically via the scheduler. Finally, use the centralized content calendar interface to quickly preview every single suggested clip and tweak anything that might require a slight final human touch before publishing. Allow me to share a quick, tangible, real-world example based on a 90-minute long-form interview that I recorded just last month for my channel. In the traditional workflow, we would have easily spent a significant amount of money paying an editor to cut maybe 20 usable, high-impact clips from that single recording. The automated tool efficiently scanned the entire 90 minutes, immediately suggested 28 distinct clips, and then scheduled 3 full weeks of daily posts without hesitation. What was truly amazing is that several of those AI-suggested clips absolutely blew up, because the algorithm picked out specific moments I would have never personally guessed were the biggest winners. Within just 2 short weeks following those initial automated posts, we saw a very noticeable spike in new subscriber growth and considerable cross-traffic directed back to the original long-form episode. Now, I want to cover some practical notes concerning the limitations and exactly when you should decide to prioritize one specific tool over the others in your stack. Niche research tools are undeniably fantastic for initial content discovery, but they unfortunately will not save you any measurable amount of time on the actual video editing process. AI video generators are incredibly powerful for creating entire new videos from scratch via a script, yet they can become quite pricey over the long term and sometimes produce content with a generic feeling. Thumbnail AIs can create stunning, unique graphics extremely fast, and they are great for long-form thumbnails, but they become functionally irrelevant for most short-form feeds. The dedicated repurposing clipper sits perfectly in that workflow gap that most creators unfortunately ignore, transforming one long asset into an entire automated pipeline of short clips. Regarding cost and access, most of these sophisticated tools provide generous free trials or very accessible starter tiers, so I strongly advise testing the complete workflow first. Try using the niche tool to find a topic, then use a generator to create your first long-form piece. And finally, run that entire video through the automated clipper for shorts. Test how the performance of the AI-generated clip stacks up directly against your previous manually cut content to quantify the real-time and quality difference. In my extensive experience running channels professionally, the massive time savings combined with the improved posting consistency easily justifies the monthly subscription cost if you are serious about scaling. Here is a final, crucial pro tip to remember. Never expect absolute perfection immediately right out of the box from any new AI system you implement. You need to let the artificial intelligence do the heavy lifting initially, but you must actively review the best performing clips to learn exactly what elements the model is choosing. That essential feedback loop you create will directly help you produce even better long-form content that naturally results in a higher volume of quality short-form clips later on. Always remember to intentionally mix your AI-generated assets with authentic, raw, human-made moments, because modern audiences still deeply crave genuine connection and realness. So yeah, if you want a truly practical and highly scalable YouTube automation stack, start with niche research. Use AI generation for long form if needed, but make that dedicated clipper the core of your entire strategy. This specific tool is what successfully turns your valuable, deep, long videos into a consistent stream of short-form reach, automatically managing the posting schedule for you. It keeps all of your multi-platform content organized within that single content calendar, giving you perfect oversight without any constant app switching. If you are interested in trying out any of the specific tools I mentioned today, I will make sure to drop direct links down in the description box below for easy access. The good news is that most of these services include trial periods, so you can see exactly how they fit into your workflow before you ever have to commit any money financially. The bottom line remains that effective automation is not about completely removing your creativity. It is solely about eliminating the most repetitive, time-consuming production work. When you utilize the right combination of these tools, you can build a genuinely sustainable pipeline of viral clips that keeps your audience fully engaged across all platforms. This strategic setup allows you to successfully scale multiple channels simultaneously without ever having to hire an entire team of support editors just to keep up. Alright everyone, that concludes the essential automation stack overview I wanted to share with you for maximizing your YouTube output this year. If you genuinely want a comprehensive walkthrough of how I specifically set up the automated clipper to integrate perfectly with my long videos, please let me know down in the comments section. If I see enough interest from the community, I will certainly produce a dedicated deep dive tutorial covering exactly where I tweak the AI's initial clip selections for better results. Thank you so much for watching this entire breakdown, and I will catch all of you amazing people again in the very next video upload.